chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. Turns to sun rays, and on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. See the horizon, turn us to thousands, and we'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the horizon, turn us to thousands, and on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays, and
feel the waves cut through me, hypnotized by the sounds I'm breathing in. Hold tight, chemicals collide. Hold tight, hold tight, hold tight. Dripping lights paint the skies, all because of you. Dripping lights paint the skies, only you. can make me move, can make me move,
Hello and welcome back to Ultimate Marble Racing with the theme season. We're on race 2 and it is time for the second people in the teams to step up in those teams that do have more than one member. So the captains will be stepping down for a break after that first race and the next members will be stepping up to compete in this one. So speaking of teams, let's remind ourselves of who is competing. So we have the astronauts with Just in Time will be running once again. Then Boer with the Balls of Steel. Then for the Blue Skies we have Snorker. So all of those will be once again racing. No break for them. The Doge Balls Cheese will be stepping down for Diamond Swords, taking their place in this race. Budo will be racing for Espresso Express. Demon will once again be racing for Eternal Darkness. Space Comet will be taking Shady's place on Green Slushies. Dazza will be stepping in for the Rapid Rollers. Alice for the Snowballs once again. And Crimson racing for the Speed Demons in the red. Then Beefcake will be stepping in place of Magic for the finishers. Barto again for the Thunderhawks. Pesky Bird in the Ultraviolets. And Stormy will be taking Wood's place in Vexed for this race. So that is all the teams. So now we'll head over to the track. So race 2 is going to be taking place on Chromatic Courseway. We'll be doing 5 laps of this track. So as we head down towards the starting point, we will load the races in. So it's a reverse grid order of the finishing positions of the first race. So Ultraviolets with Pesky Bird will be starting up at the front, while Crimson for Speed Demons will be starting at the back. So with all that said, let's get this race underway. The lights go out and they are on the move. Looks like Stormy is making a break down the middle in first. Just in Time is going to jump just in front. Most people are going down this route, but looks like Crimson and Beefcake took the quicker route through. So Beefcake's going to take the lead, Crimson just behind. Stormy's going to follow them down that side. Demon and Alice going the middle route through. Space Comet being the only one to take the left lane. So Beefcake and Crimson getting slowed down. Stormy's going to go around the outside. A very big move by Stormy while everyone's piling up together on the obstacles. So Stormy's made a breakaway into first. Beefcake looking for that shortcut but doesn't quite get onto it. Budo skimming along it. Looks like there have been some changes since the previous time we visited this track. But it looks like that ramp is no longer flush with the ground, so getting onto it's going to be a bit trickier. Budo's got the better of the shortcuts. But Stormy in the lead, Pesky Bird just behind. Stormy with a bad entrance into the corner means Pesky Bird's going to come through into first. Got a few people taking that top route. It is the slower route unless you can get that inside exit, which it doesn't look like is going to happen. Demon almost could have had it. Pesky Bird now breaking away in first. Stormy in second. Pesky Bird goes around the loop. Stormy's going along the top route, which could be quicker if they get a good launch out of here. Very good run, carrying lots of speed. Enough to catch up with Pesky Bird, but not enough to get past them. Meanwhile, further back, Crimson in third, taking that top route. Space Comet, Snorker, Demon and Boer fighting for positions. Boer comes through to take 2 spots there, looking to get past Space Comet as well. But it gets blocked out. Barto, Dazza and Beefcake now joining in. And at the back we have just in time Birdo, Alice and Diamond Sword. So as we go back up to the front, Crimson having some trouble with one of the obstacles. Could that help them into the shortcut route? Don't think it'd be quick enough to get past Stormy or Pesky Bird. Stormy get a good route there, catching Pesky Bird in the obstacle. Crimson is coming through the shortcut. Can they get in front of Pesky Bird? It looks like they're carrying enough speed. But no, not enough to make the pass, although the obstacle may help out here as Crimson actually skims over the top. Pesky Bird has got into the shortcut for the next section. Stormy is being gained by Crimson. Barto skimming the obstacle. Demon round Space Comet, coming around Snorker just behind. That could be a good bounce for Space Comet. It is indeed, as they gain many positions, going up from 7th to 3rd, and is now competing with Stormy for the 2nd spot. A hit on that obstacle is going to slow them down. So Stormy trying to gain some time on Pesky Bird, try and get some points for Vexed. Space Comet in 3rd. Crimson and Barto fighting for that 4th position. Then we have Beefcake and Demon. Meanwhile, up at the top, Pesky Bird is already out of the tunnel. Stormy just behind. Pesky Bird taking the right side. Stormy taking the middle. Pesky Bird already out. Definitely the quickest of the routes. Space Comet will be taking the left side. Looks like Beefcake will be joining them. Crimson going down the middle. Pesky Bird absolutely flying away in the lead. Stormy's going to have a bit of work to do to catch up. And so is everyone else further back if they want a chance of competing for that #1 spot this race. Space Comet closely followed by Beefcake 3rd and 4th. Demon coming through for 5th. Crimson now down to 6th. Barto in 7th. Diamond Sword's having some trouble with momentum. Does reach the booster, but that is going to cost them a lot of time. We're getting past Snorker. Jumps up to 8th. Dazza in 9th. Snorker in 10th. Further up ahead, Pesky Bird still trying to expand that lead. You see Stormy making their way around the bend. Beefcake taking the quicker route around Space Comet will move up to 3rd. Just in Time appears to be in some trouble. Quickly go over and see what has happened to Just in Time. Looks like they've managed to get themselves stuck on the inside of this bend. Looks like it's going to be race over for Just in Time. Not a good start to the team season for the astronauts. The Space Comet getting the quicker route through here, actually allowing them to gain on Pesky Bird and take 2nd place away from Stormy. Demon and Barto getting the quicker route. Crimson's going to be taking the longer route. So is Boer. So Pesky Bird having some trouble now. Jumping up into the straight. Space Comet getting onto the higher point. This is going to be an overtake. Space Comet flying up into first. But can they keep hold of it? Pesky Bird moved down to second. Beefcake and Stormy taking the same layer. Stormy gaining on Beefcake, but a bounce getting blocked out by Beefcake has set Stormy back. Bit of a time loss from that. Barto and Demon separated apart. Now landed on that middle route as well. Boyers dropped down to the bottom and will be taking the loop. Crimson has had a bad bounce backwards. Barto's having some trouble. Boyers given Demon a push. Looks like Space Comet's getting through the shortcut, going to expand that lead. So Demon gaining some time, but without getting that booster. Going to put them in a little bit of trouble. Same with Stormy. So Boyers managed to get past them. Alice going the wrong way. Goes back into the booster. Now gets going again, but Barto has made the pass. Does not like anyone is getting into the shortcut. Barto gets past Stormy and will be chasing down Demon. Demon, a very good use of the obstacle, slows Barto and Stormy down. Alice is also going to get blocked. Pesky Bird has gone off over in this section. So Pesky Bird, currently with the fastest lap, has now gone off track, and that is going to be a DNF for Pesky Bird and no points for the Ultraviolets, which does move Boy up into second. Now fighting for first, getting past Space Comet. This is going to be a battle for that first spot. The obstacle slowing Boy down, but Space Comet gets slowed down as well. Space Comet making a breakaway. Boy carrying a bit more speed. Goes for the pass all the way down into first. And they get a good entry. They do. Space Comet not far behind. Back up at the top, going on to lap 3. Boy is now in first. Space Comet gets rebounded backwards in second. Alice has come through into third. Strong position game, but is having trouble with the obstacles. Dazza up to fourth. Demon in fifth. So it looks like the top 3 are taking the same route. Dazza's going to follow in that route as well. I think Demon will do the same. They will, but they also get past Dazza. Bad bounce, giving that position back. Beefcake getting a better route on that left side. Stormy, after looking really strong towards the start of this race, is now having some difficulty. Ends up going down the slowest route through the middle as well. Just in time we'll be taking the left side, Barto down the middle, so just in time we'll gain a position. Dazza bounces backwards, giving Demon a chance to go past. Meanwhile, up at the front, Boer is extending that lead. Looking to pick up some big points for the Bulls of Steel. Space Comet in second for the green slushies. Alice in third, Beefcake in fourth. Just getting into the shortcut. Demon in fifth. And just in time, they've got Dazza, Barto and Stormy very close together. So Beefcake with the shortcut is going to pick up a few positions. But what will they come out in? Will they be able to get past Space Comet? So they're having trouble with the hill. Had to retake that hill a second time. So they do not beat Space Comet. Space Comet having trouble getting up the next section as well. So they're having some trouble getting momentum around the track at the moment. Beefcake does pass Space Comet, moves up to second. Were meanwhile still making a breakaway in first, just extending that lead. Alice dropping in front of Space Comet. Demon in front as well. So Beefcake will be looking to move up to second. Demon will be moving up to third. But a bad bump with the obstacle is going to set Beefcake back. Demon's going to come through and give them a push and take that second place away. Alice is going to come through and hit the obstacle. So will Space Comet. But Space Comet will steal that position. So we're actually getting slowed down on that corner. That gives a chance for Demon and Beefcake to try and make some time. Demon taking the top route, Beefcake going the bottom route. A big collision with the spinner is going to cause an issue for Beefcake. But Demon struggling to get momentum going as well. Beefcake has got themselves stuck. Beefcake is stuck on the pipe and is struggling to get free. They're creeping across. They do get set free and just hold off Space Comet. So they do beat Space Comet into this corner. Alice now with the fastest lap. Just behind Just in Time and Dazza. Beefcake and Space Comet getting past that spinner with ease. We're still way off in the lead in first. Demon in second. And it doesn't look like anyone is jumping into this shortcut. So Space Comet actually dropping into the end of the shortcut could hit the booster and that could help them out, but Beefcake gets the inside line. Gets through the spinner, blocking Space Comet with the spinner. That could give Beefcake some time to try and get away. Just in Time taking a good route here to get the drop down shortcut. Are they going to make it? Are they going to miss it? They narrowly miss out. Alice, on the other hand, drops down into the shortcut. It looks like Demon is carrying enough momentum to keep their position, so Alice rolls backwards out of the shortcut and gets going again. Has moved up to third. Space Comet fourth. Dazza and Just in Time having trouble with the spinner. Dazza getting past Space Comet. Stormy hitting the spinner. And Barto is going to break away. The Demon and Boer now fighting for that first position. Demon's going to hit the spinner. Does spin it into Boer, but Boer looks like they may get a better entry. They do, but they do collide with the pipe on the way up. So Demon comes out. Oh, Demon got to the top first, but has some trouble exiting the pipe. Means Boer actually took a spot back, but Demon with a straight run down the middle. Boer's going to get caught on the spinner. If they'd gone down the right side, that would have been good for them, but going down the middle means they will stay behind Demon. Alice not far behind. Barto also not far behind, so there's still a race for first as we're in lap 4. Space Comet Just in Time side by side. Space Comet colliding with Barto, giving them a push. Beefcake taking the quicker route could gain some positions here. Demon taking the right lane on the next section. Boer down the middle. Beefcake has taken third. Alice in fourth. Both taking opposite sides. Demon already out and on the move in first. Clipping the spinner, but not causing too much of an issue. Beefcake coming out, moving up to second. Boer taking the longer route. Taking their time to come round. Alice goes up to third, still with the fastest lap. Boer into fourth. King Barto comes flying through to take that fourth spot. Boer in fifth, Just in Time is sixth. Barto gets the shortcut as well. This could be a strong play by Barto, pulling out all the stops on lap 4. This could be enough to move them up if they can successfully get the boost, get over the hill. They do. It looks like they will pass Demon and move up into first. And even gets the drop down, so they're not going too slowly around there. But they also get the inside lane shortcut. No, they don't. They were very close, but catching the edge of the wall brings them back around the normal route. But they do hold first. Space Comet in second. Demon looking like they could keep third if no one else gets the quicker route. Boer attempted the drop down, but didn't quite make it work. Stormy's going to get pushed into the slower route as well. Could have really done with going the quicker side to gain some places. So Barto now breaking away into first. Space Comet in second. Boer has gone up to third. Demon very close behind. Fighting for that position, pushes Boer out the way and passes, going back up into that third spot. Boer down to 4th. Beefcake hot on the tail of Boer. Just in time taking that top route. Going to get a good launch out. We'll get past Beefcake. Also gets past Boer, gets past Demon. And gets past Space Comet. Space Comet has actually got themselves stuck under one of the layers here. They're spinning on the spot. They are moving slowly. Don't know how it's going to end up. They may be stuck there for the rest of the race, so that could be game over for the green slushies this race. So Barto expanding their lead just in time, and Beefcake side by side. Demon having some trouble, but I just put them into the shortcut. This could have worked out in favour of Demon. Boer being followed by Dazza. Demon getting past just in time, and Beefcake with the help of that shortcut will put them in 2nd. But Barto still holding that top spot. Beefcake get a bit stuck on the spinner. Does slow them down, and they're not quite on track to get the shortcut drop down. Just in time, still having trouble. Looks like they've been put back on the move again, but they are a lap down. Dazza comes through into the spinner. It looks like Barto's having some trouble on this corner, so Demon is gaining. The Demon very close behind Barto. Barto's going to hit the spinner. Demon's going to get a better route through and we'll go up to 1st. Both of them climb with the spinner. Barto just hitting obstacle after obstacle after such a good lap. Demon has come through in the second half of this lap and gone all out to take that top spot as we go into the final lap of the race. So lap 5, Demon in the lead, going straight through the middle. Good use of dodging the obstacles. Barto getting very close to the edge, but maybe taking the quicker route, avoiding the obstacles as well, and gets the fastest route. This will put Barto back up into the lead. Just in time, a lap behind, just coming up the pipe. So Barto into the lead. Dazza is in 3rd, just going across the line now. Beefcake has moved up to 4th, Boer in 5th. Beefcake getting past Dazza. Both going down the middle route. Boer looks like they could be taking the quicker line through here. They do. They get into the quicker side. Meanwhile, up at the front, it looks like Demon got a better run on the next section. So Demon will get past Barto. Might be able to land in the shortcut as well. They do. So this is big for Demon. But Demon's off. After getting into the shortcut, they've had trouble manoeuvring the shortcut. Maybe going too quick, maybe too far to the edge. But after a strong race and moving into 1st on the final lap, Demon has gone off, and that is going to be a DNF for Eternal Darkness. They will not be picking up any points. Dazza is in the shortcut. Dazza making it round without going off. Has some trouble on the slope though, with a bit of a collision is going to slow them down, which gives Barto a chance to keep their lead. But Dazza now dropping down. Will they also get the drop down shortcut? They do, so this is putting Dazza up into 1st. Barto just behind in 2nd now. Boer managed to get the shortcut and the drop down in 3rd. Beefcake in 4th is going to be taking the long route round. So a lot of excitement going on in the final lap of this race. So we see Stormy has moved up into the points. This means they can now pick up some points for Vexed. Dazza flying through that spinner in 1st. Barto having more difficulty in 2nd. Further back, Boer in 3rd, going through the middle lane. Beefcake getting held up a bit. Just in time, no threat, being a lap behind. but Snorker not too far behind. So Beefcake on the middle layer, so is Snorker. It looks like Stormy has moved up to 9th. Demon is still dropping. People are still passing Demon on the DNF point. So this does move Bido up into the points. See Alice and Space Comet side by side battling for position. Meanwhile, up at the front, Barto has moved up into the top spot. Trying to make a move late into the race. After race 1 not ending in the best way for Barto, a very strong first half, but not so good in the second half. They're trying to make that back in the final lap of this race. They've had a good race overall, but this second half especially. So Dazza down to 2nd. It will be a battle to the finish, especially if Beefcake's dropping down to get involved. So Beefcake, unhitting the booster, is now in front of Dazza. And may get a better launch here. They do, thanks to the obstacle. So Beefcake moving up into 1st. This is going to be action all the way down to the line. Barto back up into 1st. Dazza getting back past Beefcake as they head down to the pipe. Barto into the pipe first, heading up to the finish line. It looks like Barto will take the win. Dazza coming through, having some trouble, but they do get moving. Will take 2nd. But where is Beefcake? Beefcake having trouble getting into the pipe. But no one has been able to catch up, meaning Beefcake will come through in 3rd place. Were now making their way up as well. Smooth exit into 4th. Would take 4th, I should say. So Snorker looking like a clear run for 5th. And they do, they secure 5th. See, Cheese has just entered the chat while just in time to see the win. That's good timing. Unfortunately, not so good for the Dogeballs this time around, but a very exciting race. Definitely recommend watching it back to see what happened. Crimson comes through in 6th. Alice still holding the fastest lap, may keep that extra point. Alice comes through to take 7th. Dinosaur's moving, trying to move up. Not going to catch up with Space Comet. Space Comet's going to secure 8th. Dinosaurs has got Bido not far behind. Stormy's in trouble though. Stormy was actually in the points, looking to actually pick up some points for Vex, but it looks like they've got themselves stuck. Which means Diamond Swords can move up into 9th. Take 9th place for the Dogeballs. And Bido will be taking 10th and the final spot of the points. We go over and see what happened to Stormy. It looks like they just lost momentum. Also, they got stuck on the wall and lost all momentum on this final lap. So it's bad news for Vexed, dropping out of the points on the last lap. Bad news for Eternal Darkness with another last lap incident. So a lot of action on this final lap. But our winner of race 2 is King Barto, taking points for the Thunderhawks. Wood not happy in the chat. Stormy had one job. It did indeed. All they had to do was hold on to that position. On the last lap, they've gone and choked it, thrown it away. Could say the same about Demon. It was looking very, very promising for Demon. looking for some big points for Eternal Darkness. And an attempt at the shortcut. And it was all thrown away. Stormy's just your mouth. No, Stormy's my friend, actually. For those who aren't aware, my one was Space Egg, because that is my other Twitch account that's pretty much no longer in use, to fill the gaps in the early season, and is not competing in this one and probably won't be competing again. Yeah, Stormy is a friend of mine. But yeah, they just DNF'd on this final lap. Yeah, for those who did miss this race, I definitely recommend watching it, especially that final lap. A lot of drama. Beefcake joined late, did quite well. Yes, third place, picking up points for the finishers. Very good finishing placement. So I'm going to enter these results in for the teams while we watch Barto going round. Alice getting the fastest laps, that'll be an extra point for the Snowballs. And once I've put in the team points, I'll be back in a couple of minutes with the overall team standings. I'll be back in a couple of minutes.
Just like the street lights lit this town, like a fire in a blaze, gotta burn it down. Can't be afraid to leave this out. We got this far, don't know how. I see danger in us.
So the results have been entered. As we see, Barto has got themselves stuck on the shortcut entry point. It's a good thing they waited till after winning the race to do that. Would say I'm a good friend as well. But hey, you could say that. So those who don't know, Wood's actually my girlfriend. breaking news. And thank you for the bits as well with Pingu once again. Pingu seeming to be the most popular of the use of the sound alerts. Yeah, shock by cheese, absolute shock. So yeah, so those who were here heard it live. So the results. Over to the leaderboard. So here are the results after race 2. So Rapid Rollers in first with 30 points, doing quite strong. Both Baz and Dazza performing very well, getting some big points. Speed Demons and Thunderhawks are joint second and third, so fighting for that second spot with 25 points. The finishers with 24, doing quite well so far in the first 2 races, just outside of the top 3, so still in competition, and it is still early in the season. And thank you for the 10 more bits. Then Balls of Steel in 5th with 16 points. Blue Skies with 11 points. Espresso Express with 10, just behind. Green Slushies with 6. Snowballs with 5. Eternal Darkness and Doge Balls tied with 3. And then Astronauts, Ultraviolets and Vexed, unfortunately, still all on 0 points. DNFing twice in a row now, if I remember correctly. Actually, no, I don't think they all DNF'd, but I think Vexed at least finished. I have a feeling the Astronauts and Ultraviolets have DNF'd 2 races in a row. So not a great start for those 3 teams. So let's see if they can turn it around in the upcoming races and try and push their way up the leaderboard a bit more. And of course the extra point for the Snowballs with that 7th place with the fastest lap. So a good race, a lot of action. Very unfortunate for Demon, but that is the way it goes sometimes. And unfortunate for Stormy as well. But that is it for this race. The next one, well, tomorrow we will have a track showcase, as we usually do. And then the day after we'll have race 3 and race 4. So we'll be visiting DK Mountain and Forest Raceway. Forest Raceway we saw in a track showcase. It has been changed since then, and it hasn't been used in a race yet. So it is our first of the new tracks entering the rotation. But that is it for this race and this stream. So I hope you all enjoyed. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.